Few months ago, someone suggested me to read a book named The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. The bookshop somehow made a mistake and sent me another book of the Secret series, and the book is named Daily Techniques, and I recently have finished reading the book. Basically, this book is about a collection of advices for the 365 days of a year. To be more specific, this book is about self-development, motivation, and meditation. Now, after reading the book, what is my reaction as a reader? My reaction or my feedback is somehow mixed. I agree to some of the points discussed or advised in the book, and I also disagree to some other points. For example, in this book, there are advised gratitude, gratefulness, appreciation, kindness, positive thinking, and so on. And I do agree to all these things. In my personal life, I do practice gratitude. I love to be grateful for all the things I have in my life. I love to be grateful to the people who help me. I try to be kind towards the people as far as I can, and so on. But if you have already read Socrates, you have read Paulo Coelho, Khalil Gibran, you have read the books of your own religion, I don't think you won't find too many new things in this book, because whatever are said, already said or written or quoted by the great philosophers at several times are discussed in this book. Though the language is different, though the presentation is different, perhaps sometimes the methods are different, but the basic themes are common. So as I have mentioned already, that I do some positive practices in my life, and I have found those practices discussed or advised in this book. So I agree to all these points, but to some extent I do disagree. For example, in this book, negative powers have been ignored, somehow ignored, and I do not agree to this perspective, because in this universe there are both negative and positive powers. God, if we do believe in religion, as far I know, in almost every religion there are good and evil. So we simply cannot deny the evil, we simply cannot ignore the negativity. Our society, our universe is full of negativity, and every moment we are facing negativity and we have to fight negativity. So I think we cannot simply ignore the negative powers. Rather, we have to be prepared that negative thing may occur in our life at any time, and we have to be prepared that we have to fight those negative moments, those negative powers or negative incidents, so that we can bring positive powers and positive time in our life again. I am giving an example. I am reading some lines from the book to clarify that how negativity is ignored in this book. I'm reading some lines. If somebody says something negative to you, do not react. You have to get yourself to a point where you can stay calm and peaceful inside, no matter what negative things happen on the outside. And another line, remember, if you are criticizing, you are not being grateful. Okay, fine. Let's discuss about these lines. If anyone says anything negative to me, I should not react. I do not fully agree to this. Suppose you are a female and you are traveling and in a transport someone touches you badly or someone tries to abuse you physically. Will you remain calm that time? Is it possible to remain calm at that moment, or should we be calm at that moment? I don't think so. Or suppose you are a male and someone is deliberately insulting you without any valid reason just to demean you. Will you stay calm or pretend that nothing has happened? I don't think so. I don't think anyone should do this. Rather, I think we must protest. Because to me, pretending is not the solution always. I cannot simply pretend that I am happy, there are no problems in our life, everything will be okay automatically. I cannot accept that, expect that. I cannot expect that. Rather, I think we should protest, we should fight, we should find a solution in these types of situations. Pretending is not a solution to me. Rather, pretending or ignoring the problem sometimes increases the problem. Yes, fine, the solution can differ. There may be many ways to solve a problem, but we have to think, we have to fight to solve the problem. We cannot simply pretend that I am happy. It should not be done always. I think it's not a right method. So I disagree to this point. And again, here is a very vital information mistake. In this book, there are 2 pages where it is written that know thyself is said by Plato. But as far I know thyself was a line which was inscribed on the Apollo's temple at Delphi during the time of Socrates. And Socrates saw the lines and fell for the line instantly. The line was very favorite to Socrates. Socrates tried to implement that line in his life and also suggested others. So sometimes people do mistake that know thyself is said by Socrates, but no, it is not also said by Socrates. It was a line written on the Apollo's temple at Delphi, and it is not clear who first said the line or who first inscribed the line, but it was inscribed at Apollo's temple. So in this book that it is written, know thyself is said by Plato, I think it is absolutely wrong, and it should be corrected, or the reader should be aware of this. Okay. So finally, what is my final feedback about the book? Is The Secret, the Daily Techniques, is it a good book or not worthy one? As a reader, I will say this book is average, because there are advices to follow day-to-day life, and if anyone wants to improve himself or herself, he or she can take suggestion from the book and as I said before, I do agree to some of the points that are advised here or that are already mentioned by the great philosophers already. But as to some points I cannot do agree, and I think the advices are not the final prescription, and it is also written at the very beginning of the book. I am reading these lines too, that the information contained in this book is intended to be educational and not for diagnosis, prescription or treatment of any health disorders or as a substitute for financial planning. That means the authoress Rhonda Byrne, she also does not take any responsibilities if anyone fall into any problem by following the suggestions of the book. So I think it's not safe to follow the advices of this book blindly. I always do believe our lives are different, our problems are different, and the solutions are also different. We have to know thyself, as inscribed at the Delphi's temple. We have to know thyself. We have to find our own powers, and we have to understand our own problems, and we should find the solution in our own way. Yes, we can take suggestions. We can take some advices, but the decisions must be ours. And that's why this book, yes, it can be read, but it must not be blindly followed. So this book is an average one to me, and I will say, if you want, you can read the book, but if you don't read the book, I don't think it's a great loss, because there are many great books written or produced by the great philosophers of several times. I think we should read those books first and understand those messages first. And even if we read our own religious books, I think we also find many motivational things and many guidelines from our religious books also. So I don't think this book is a must read. You can, or someone can read this, but no one should blindly follow the techniques of the book. Thank you very much for watching the discussion. Thank you all.